Hello again and welcome to the third video in the Advanced Setup and Settings training series. In this video, we're going to be going into the personal phone settings. Now, inside of the system, there are a couple of ways that you can set yourself up to receive inbound calls. Now, in this video, we're going to be covering the personal phone settings, which is thought of as more like the basic phone settings. But if you have a team and maybe you have your own business phone system set up inside of the system, you might still use the personal phone settings for each team member to have their own personal phone number. So here inside of the personal phone settings, we're going to set up that personal phone number. However, there is a training, an advanced training, that will show you how to set up something like a business phone system where you can have all sorts of additional options. For example, setting up phone queues to receive calls in queue, to set up ring groups to automatically round robin or receive phone calls in a sales team environment or support group or that sort of thing, as well as giving you menu prompts and all sorts of additional features that you would expect from any other type of a phone system. Okay, so we'll cover that again in a separate video. But in this video, we're going to focus on getting your phone set up to be able to receive phone calls. So the very first thing you're going to want to do before you do this is you're going to want to go into the Phones tab and you're going to want to purchase a phone. So if you click on Phones and then select Get Numbers, you'll be able to select your area code. You can also select from toll-free numbers as well. Just put in whether you want an 877 or an 888 number. You would select the number that you'd like to purchase, scroll down and click Purchase Number. Now, once you've already purchased your phone number, you can then go back to the personal phone settings area, select the number that you'd like to use. And then once you've selected the number, you want to decide if you'd like to set up the recording for call recording or not. So direct number call recording is inbound calls. So this is going to allow you to record inbound calls. Make sure you select the disclaimer, review that before you do. Here is the outbound call recording. So you can just record inbound and not outbound. If you decide you want to do both, you'll have to select both of these to be on. And again, make sure you accept the disclaimer here. And then this is going to determine whether you want to use the browser dialer to make outbound calls or if you would like to use a soft phone. If you have a soft phone installed like a Bria or Zoiper or something like that on your computer, you would have the ability to use that inside the system. In certain areas, there are links that would allow you to use that. Now, finally is the outbound phone settings. So this is going to allow you to select your caller ID. You can have a different caller ID set up from your inbound number. This is handy, especially if, for example, you want everybody on your team to be showing the main business number on all of their outbound calls, but yet give them the ability to have their inbound calls. And then maybe you're using a personal phone extension for people to be routed. This is, again, just an option. A lot of people use it that way, or you can just select the same number for both the caller ID as well as your direct number. Now down here is the inbound phone settings. So you have the ability to determine where you'd like to receive your calls. By default, it's set to ring the browser. And what happens when you receive an inbound call from the browsers, there'll be a tab that'll slide out and it'll let you know you're receiving an inbound call and you'll just answer that call. And that would look something like this. When you answer the call, you'll have access to all of the caller's information, call dispositions, notes, everything that you would need during that call. Now, if you decide that you'd like to receive your calls outside of the system, you can also select the forwarding option, which will allow you to forward the calls to some other number that you own, maybe your cell phone or some other business line. Now, the next feature here is your voicemail option. And the voicemail, this is something that is already preset for you. It should be pre-selected by default to male. You can change that to female as well if you'd like to use one of the generic voicemails that's already in the system. But if you'd prefer to record your own voicemail, as long as you have a mic, you can record it right here on your computer browser. So you'll just select record and go ahead and leave your message. When you're finished recording your message, hit stop. You can play it back, and if you like it, save it. If not, you can just go ahead and record again, and it'll overwrite that file. Now, the next thing is your SMS notifications. So you, by default, if you have that on, it's set to both incoming and SMS and voicemail. But if you just like to receive notifications only for your emails or your SMS, you can do that as well. And then here you will just be selecting the phone that you would like to receive those text messages on. So if you wanted to receive those notifications, you can. Now keep in mind, when you receive a voicemail or an SMS notification on that phone, it's going to come in the form of a link. And that link will be clickable, which will open up a little page on your phone that will allow you to listen to that voicemail and also respond to text messages. So it could be handy if you're outside of the office to be able to do that. Keep in mind, in order for you to be able to receive those notifications, you must have already completed your A2P 10DLC notifications to be able to receive texts. If you do not have that complete, you will not be able to use this feature to be able to receive those text notifications. So you'll want to do that. Finally is your time zone. You'll just select your time zone. And then if you have a team and you're using phone extensions, you can define your phone extension here and just go ahead and click submit. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next video.